Hello guys.
Hello guys.
Are you able to stay on my stream this time so it doesn't do the same thing? Is that right? So again, I really need to... I think I might just stay on my stream from now on in future, guys, because...
Well, I do and it doesn't echo.
Yeah. It's because my phone's right next to it, maybe. I don't know.
It doesn't make a difference because of the, it's because it was through the Connect.
Yeah.
Or see through headset now.
But yeah, the reason I didn't have it on was because of the Connect, and it used to echo. So we haven't missed too much, but we missed quite a big battle as to speak. Let's just say, obviously, once we found the hard drive and the file, we gave it to Sakumo, and obviously we gave him, it was delivered by bike courier, he went to collect it, and then during that whole time we were tailing the head of the Lotus gang, which I'll go into in a minute. Obviously it will come up in the details. Long story short, we tailed them for quite a while. During that time we were getting like little battles against like opponents, would you say, like street thugs and things like that. We eventually trailed them to a hotel, and it was a setup. Makiko, I think her name is, was set up because she's obviously got him in line for the next time she's going out to murder the gang, because they're the reason they set her family's house on fire. So go to that whole area, fight all the gang, and we get to the main guy. We find that for some reason my head's gone with the actual names, but she's tied up on the bed. We go and fight this guy, we come out a winner, and then through that time he said he didn't mean to set a house on fire, thought they were on vacation, so whatever that means we're going to find out. And we also found out about Makiko being a client to one of the people that we thought were involved in the gang. So it should tell you right now we have just gotten to chapter 4, but yeah, I'm probably gonna stay on stream, so when it does disconnect, maybe there's like a cut-off time after 6 hours, or it just randomly disconnects, which is, I'm lucky and I'm glad I checked. I was checking it, but after obviously 6 hours of streaming, you're thinking everything's working, and then it turns out that I only streamed 6 hours when I just hit 7 hours. The weird thing about it is it shows my screen on the PS5, it shows my picture, and it still looks like I'm streaming the game, which doesn't make any sense at all, considering if it cuts out it should just tell you it's cut off. So it's incredibly confusing, but it is a small price we had to pay. We got it's not Yagami, fucking hell, Kaito's son. We got him to go back to the Yagami Detective Agency while we went to find him, this main guy. I'll tell you in a second once this cutscene is out the way. Nice. Never mind, I've accidentally skipped it. Chapter fuck out maps. I was basically just recapping what happened.
Is she alright? They didn't do nothing to her, did they?
It was that guy that was her client.
Yeah, she's fine. She's just out.
Oh, that's good. Get in, Kaito. We're taking Mikiko-san somewhere safe.
Fine. But you better be ready to talk.
Uh-huh. As you can see, we're packing up. Excuse the mess.
Crazy to think you were working for Mikiko all this time. Why didn't you just say so?
Because we only found out who she really was the other day. We had no idea she was Jun's mom, either.
Even though she's your client?
All she gave us was a job, not her name. Set to protect Jun Sadamoto. Kidnap him if you have to, but make sure he stays safe. That's the long and short of it.
Just do me a quick favour. So if I leave it on, can you just go on the stream and find out if... Because I've turned the volume off on it on my phone now. So it's on the screen.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But is it echoing now? Say if I unpause this. Let me know when you're ready. I just don't want to lose any kind of more content because it is a huge piss take when it does that. Hello.
Yeah, I'm not following.
So is this echoing?
She hired some crooked detectives and left her husband and kid in the dark? Just what the hell was she planning?
You're aware she's been trying to get revenge on Crimson Lotus.
It's not echoing. Okay, cool. Sorry guys, I just wanted to test that out so that if it does disconnect in future, you can turn the volume off now because it's going to echo otherwise. But yeah, just I don't want another repeat of what just happened again. I thought I'd give it the benefit of the doubt last time, but it's cut out a very important scene, which I did want to add it obviously into my YouTube, but I've basically given you the lowdown, but it's not good when I don't show you what happens.
Yeah.
So, what if she needed a babysitter? After her deed was done, all she'd need to do was swing by here, pick up Jun, and hightail it out of Japan.
Bullshit.
Oh! Mikiko-san!
Mikiko,
Masaharu-san,
you scared the piss out of me.
you saved me again?
Don't tell me you forgot. I'm supposed to be your bodyguard, remember? All right, Mikiko. Tell me, did you really kill those people?
I intended to, but I never got the chance.
What do you mean?
Well, someone else was always one step ahead of me. No matter who I was after, they were killed before I even showed up. Ashizaki, the man in the burning building, same deal. He was dead by the time I arrived. The place was already up in smoke.
So then, you're saying you're not a killer after all?
Correct. Though I'd give anything to do him in myself.
I think she's been set up.
Any
Personally.
idea who might be beating you to the punch?
I wish I knew.
I see.
So someone was going around killing the founders of Crimson Lotus before Mikiko could get to him. But who else would hold a 14-year-old grudge against the guys who murdered Meiho-chan and her family?
Mikiko, there's a lot I want to ask you. Are you okay to talk?
Yeah.
Ask about her motive.
Why go after the Crimson Lotus founders? Was it really out of revenge? You mentioned Crimson Lotus being responsible for killing your family.
That's who the gang were called, Crimson Lotus, and it was a leader of Crimson Lotus. Oh, but that's literally all you missed, guys. We told them, and then he was with like this girl, and this was, so basically it was like a Japanese chess with the police officers, which distract them. We then leave that area. Sakumo takes the flash drive to inspect it, gets a courier to pick it up for him. We then go straight to, I think we find out from Sakumo from the flash drive, possibly, or we find out some way from Sakumo that the address of this guy's, or the Crimson Lotus address for the big boss. I'll go into it in a minute after the cutscene, or after all this cutscene. And then we basically tail him. He goes with a woman. They're both really stupid. Him for basically bragging about something that never happened, and the woman that he's with for just being gullible enough to believe him and being like, oh, that's cool that you did that. During that time, we get into a fight with like some street punks, because the kid picks a battle rescuing another woman. And then, long story short, we get to this hotel. We realise that the guy you just seen, or this guy that's involved now, I'll say his name once I get it, but the guy that's Kaito's talking to is basically with Kaito this whole time. So that's what we're trying to get down to at the minute. But anyway, Crimson Lotus, that was a whole hotel of Crimson Lotus. We go to fight all their punks, and then we go to the main man at the end. She's tied up, and we basically fight him. After we beat him, he basically bursts out crying, saying that he didn't mean to kill her family, and that he set it on fire thinking they were on holiday or something. We've just found out now that obviously Mikikibo didn't actually kill all those people either. Someone's getting ahead of her this whole time. So that is what we're trying to figure out now. So I just thought I'd give you the lowdown, because obviously it's been missed off. Obviously I wanted to have it streamed so you could watch it, but again, it's because my stream cut off, so now I am making sure I leave it on my phone, so because there's no echo. That was one of the reasons why I didn't have it on. But now that I know it was because of my PlayStation remote controller, I'll double check it. Obviously I've been doing just a little test with my fiance in the background doing that for me, but I will double check it again later on after I've finished, or after we finished. But yeah, I think obviously if I leave it on and it's not echoing, then I won't have a problem with it. Right, we're going to get back into the walkthrough.
What set this all into motion?
It all started with Kenmochi. He was some kind of real estate broker way back when. He was making a fortune too. And that was before the bastard went after my parents.
Right. Sadamoto-san mentioned something like that.
Except, there was no evidence that they ever started the fire. The police pinned it all on the stalker and left it at that. Meaning it's up to me to get justice.
Mikiko.
Babe, can you just throw us a drink, please? Thank you. Ask about her faked suicide.
2 years back, you disappeared from your home. leaving a suicide note behind. The cops believe you killed yourself.
Ta.
But obviously you never did.
Of course not. Besides, I can't just die and leave my son behind. It was Crimson Lotus who framed my suicide. Must have been convenient for them.
I figured that was the case. But still, I can't believe you lived. They seriously pushed you off a waterfall?
To this day, I have no clue how I survived. I was apparently knocked out at the time. Maybe I have the devil's luck. Anyway, when I woke up, Shirakawa-san had already taken me in. I couldn't remember anything.
What made your memories come back?
I was watching TV.
TV?
Yes. And Kyoya's face was on there.
Right. Your husband.
He's been on TV a lot lately. I think I saw him on some morning show. Anyway, he was chatting with a celebrity. And that's when it all came back. What Crimson Lotus had done to me. And what they took away.
Was there a reason you didn't contact your family right then? Sadamoto-san and June were worried like hell.
Let's just say I had some unfinished business to deal with. The kind a woman's family doesn't need to know about.
Okay then. Let's say you had taken down Crimson Lotus. Then what? You really meant for these dopes to take June?
Desperate times call for desperate measures. That's all I can say.
Whoa, what the hell? Was she seriously planning to run off with June overseas? Ask why she hired the Kaito agency.
Mikiko, why'd you want to stick June with these shady assholes?
Because I needed a detective who'd take an anonymous job. I couldn't let it get out that I was still alive. The last thing I wanted was Crimson Lotus hunting me down first. And while detectives are supposed to maintain confidentiality, I can't just take that at face value. Besides, any legit detective would turn down some random woman asking to snatch up a specific kid, right?
True. Guess that explains why you go to ex-Yakuza.
Yeah, except Igarashi-san figured out who I was midway through it all.
Sorry I had to pry, Mikiko-san. But I always vet my clients. I'll admit, I was shocked to find out a dead woman hired us. Not to mention, one who was hell-bent on taking out Crimson Lotus. Those disgusting bastards. But hey, that's the most exciting shit that's happened to us in years. Why wouldn't we go all in?
I appreciate the help, Igarashi-san. Your people have had my back since day one. And Senda-san, I'm sorry my actions put you in harm's way.
How'd you even afford them after being gone 2 years? You have cash stored away somewhere?
After all I went through, I still managed to have my wedding ring. Pawned that off right away.
Apparently it was enough to cover my fee and then some.
Coming from the guy who dropped 20 mil on a watch, man, how much that ring was. Ask about June's real dad.
You know, your boy June ended up paying me a visit. He wanted me to help him find his mom.
I knew about that. Igarashi-san had told me he was with you. It didn't take me long to figure out what he was up to.
He also thinks he's my son. Of course, I beg to differ, but...
Right. That's all in his imagination.
Yeah, that's what your husband said too. I guess June was reading your diary from when we were together. Got some ideas in his head. He said you wrote, "I'll never see Masaharu-san again." And I should get this taken care of.
I wrote that? I wonder what I meant.
Come on, you really don't remember?
How could I? That diary's as old as time. And even so... Wait. You don't mean...
Ringing some bells?
remember that time I borrowed 50,000 yen while we were out shopping? I forgot to grab money from the bank. But there it was, the cutest coat I had ever seen. The last one on the rack. And of course, I left my card at home too.
Huh. Now what? It does sound familiar. Hold on. Don't tell me.
I never gave you your money back after we split up. So I was stuck thinking about whether or not I should pay you back. It would have been pretty awkward after the breakup we had. So yeah, that was stressful.
What? You mean to tell me that's what all that meant?
If you want, I could give you 50 grand right now.
No thanks.
Really? Okay, you're the boss.
Nothing else to ask. Akiko must be exhausted. I think I got what I need.
Easy, Mikiko-san. You might have put drugs in your system. Why don't you take a rest in the back?
Sure. I'll take you up on that.
Your guy, Senda. He's into Mikiko, isn't he?
That obvious, huh?
Well, yeah.
What can I say? The guy's a big softie. I always tell him not to get too close to clients.
What about you? Mikiko got your attention too? For a crooked detective, I'd say you're pretty devoted.
Maybe I am. I've always respected fearless women like her. And besides, it's devotion that got our customer satisfaction rate topping 80%. That said, the guarantee applies to real customers only. Suckers don't get the same deal.
Corrupt and methodical. Gotta have a system, right?
Damn, guess Sadamoto-san's a popular man in his field. Kaito did say he's been appearing on TV a bunch lately. I said that from like you're talking to 3 hours ago that I thought this guy was a bit shady.
Hey, Kaito. You think Mikiko-san's into sweets?
Oh, yeah. If memory serves, she always liked dessert with her coffee.
Noted. Thank you.
Kaito here. What's up?
Guess what? I was able to salvage the data from that hard drive, damaged as it was.
No shit! Nice going, man. Anything useful on there?
Well, I did find something intriguing. Scans of some under-the-table transactions. Though whether they're useful to you or not, that I cannot say.
Well, wanna fill me in anyway?
Okay, so these scans showed questionable wire transfer records. It seems it was a security company that burned down. But 17 years ago, it received very large sums of unspecified funds over the course of 7 years. And the source of these funds was a smartphone app developer called Devenir.
So, some smartphone company illegally funds a security firm. What for?
That, unfortunately, I could not find. I tried combing through their email history, but still nothing came up.
Alright.
Oh, and this Devenir? It doesn't seem to exist anymore. In fact, there are hardly any records of it operating. I'm tempted to think it's a dummy corporation, Kaito-san.
Huh. Now tell me that's not fishy.
Indeed. Alas, that's about all I managed to recover. However, I do intend on looking into this Devenir a bit further. Seeing as there isn't much about it on the web, I'll likely have to do some extra digging.
I appreciate all the help, Tsukumo.
Of course. Just ping me if there's anything else you need.
So now we got records of illegal wire transfers from smartphone app company to a security company. And the guy who ran the security company, Ashizaki, was one of the founders of Crimson Lotus. Guess a smartphone company and Crimson Lotus had some sort of agreement between them then.
Guys, this is bad. It's Mikiko-san. Where is she? I don't know. The window was open when I got here. Mikiko, where the hell did you go? Is she seriously going after Crimson Lotus again? Oh, not good. You know something? Oh, no?
Numbnuts here doesn't know a damn thing.
He can speak for himself. Now talk.
Well, it's just that Mikiko-san might be...
Sanda! Whatever she decides to do, we see it through to the end. That was the deal, wasn't it?
You trying to turn Mikiko into a criminal? You know detectives are supposed to protect their clients, right?
We are protecting our client by not letting you interfere with her work.
You know, Richie, I really can't stand the sight of you. I'll just have to beat the truth out of you then.
I'd like to see you try. In fact, I've been dreaming of the day I get to cave in your skull! Let's go, Kaito!
Come on, do your worst.
Bring it on!
Where'd Mikiko run off to? Talk!
You really think you can save Mikiko-san? The guy who left her in the dust for the Matsukane family.
Fuck you.
Believe me, Kaito. Her anguish runs deeper and darker than you can possibly fathom. She's fueled by a hatred too hot to be contained. That is, until she kills her target.
So what do you know about Mikiko, huh?
A lot, actually. Collecting June wasn't all she had us do. There was another thing she asked us to look into, which is how we learned of suffering that'd push anybody over the edge.
Tell me.
ask you again. Do you really think you can save Mikiko-san? You got the balls to face the misery she's going through and accept what she's become?
My mind's already made up. I'm gonna save Mikiko. Don't give a rat's ass if I die trying.
Well said. Then let's go.
Huh? Go where?
To Ijincho, Yokohama. I'll fill you in on the drive. Any unfinished business you have, go take care of it now.
Come to think of it, June's still over at the office. Better go check in on him. Alright, so we've got Kenmochi's business card belongs to Shisuke Kenmochi. That was a big Crimson Lotus frontman who we fought at the hotel. Looks like he runs some kind of real estate business. The office's address is written on the card. Burnt hard drive. A hard drive found in the torched office of a security company. On it were records of fraudulent wire transfers. According to the records starting 17 years ago, a phone app company called Devanir was illegally transferring money to Ashizaki, the CEO of the security company, for 7 years. Seems this Devanir is just a dummy company. There isn't much info about it. And then we had the Rizome group photo. A photo of a group called Rizome, probably some college club. 4 of the men in the picture are the young elites that were killed in Kamurocho. A younger Kenmochi is in the photo too. Alright. So we've got EX health boost. Increases maximum health. Boost attack level 3. Increases attack damage. Alright, so we got 4,000 XP left.
This right here.
Alright, we've got another cat we found.
Don't go picking fights you can't win.
Awesome. So we're just looking around here because obviously we want to get all the stuff. We want to find all the cats so we can unlock all the skills for that. And we also need to find certain smells apparently.
Got a little workout in, at least.
So if we look at the skills, so we've been down here. Alright, how many of them have we? Let's have a look. Secret of the tank. The effect of tank's hidden arts will remain even after swapping styles. Activating the hidden arts of the style you swap into will reset the effect time. Press the down D-pad button while tank's hidden arts is active. Alright. So 16 out of 20 so far. Alright. So there's nothing down here.
This right here.
So I know you might think, what the fuck am I doing, guys? But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to find all the cats so I can unlock some skills. Very nice.
Don't go picking fights you can't win. What have we here?
Good job.
That's all you got?
So I think we've got 17 out of 20 at the moment. So I'll focus on this side maybe. Okay, we've been out here.
Where's it coming from?
Let's take on the gold guy, man. try going down this way now. Go up this ladder, see what is up here. We're looking for these last 3 cats, guys.
Is this it?
Got a soundtrack. Perfect. Awesome.
Got a little workout in at least.
Can't go down there, alright, we can't check down there.
You can't win.
Let's try down here.
Where's it coming from?
Alright, how many have we got now? I know we're not far off doing it. We've literally got 1 left.
とうございました。
何見てる？
That's a lot better.
That's all you got?
EX Enhancer level 3. Increase the damage of EX actions during EX boost. Obtain 20 Masagane family crests. Alright, we got 16 out of 20 of that anyway. Special condition required. Obtain a certain number of aerial supremacy battle bonuses. Alright. Well, this sure brings me back. It's where Tak and Masagane-san first met. Memories of Masagane's tongue lashing. The skill Shape Up has been unlocked. Learn how to use it from the skill app in the pause menu. Awesome. We're going to head down that way.
Don't go picking fights you can't win.
That's all you got?
It's going to be around here, guys, somewhere. It's got to be. Say us holding something invisible then.
Don't go picking fights you can't win.
Let's try down here.
Gotta
Shape up. Kaito once went to the hospital after a reckless raid and was met with a painfully long lecture from an unhappy Matsugane. This is a little trick he came up with after reminiscing on that time. An attack after a quick step that leaves the enemy vulnerable afterwards. Dodge with the X button, then triangle button.
Is this it?
This is a building where Hamura held me hostage. Come to think of it, Hamura forced another guy out of the family before me. Wonder how he's doing. Memories of an ex-pro wrestler. The Skill Human helicopter has been unlocked. Learn how to use it from the Skills app.
What have we here?
Matsugane Family Crest. Hey. So how many have we got now with that? 17 out of 20. Oh.
Is this it?
We found all the cats, guys. Awesome stuff. Okay. So we want to start, say, go there. Okay, there's nothing down here.
いらっしゃいませ。
Get some divine water.
あ
Okay,
り
I've
がとう
already
ござい
got
ます。
enough that I can get. Alright, so I think we should head back down this way for the pure fact I think we've done everything we can do now. We are missing 2 Matsugane items. but we will keep looking.
Don't go picking fights you can't win.
Let's scout this area around before we end up going into it.
That's all you got?
Alright, I think we have done as much as we can do in terms of finding all the collectibles. We found all the cats, but we need to get all the Matsugane
Oh, Kaito!
items to unlock a certain skill as well.
Where's Mom?
Don't worry, she got out alright. Turns out she never killed anyone either.
What do you mean? Whew, that's good news. Glad to hear my mom's not a killer.
We still don't know who the culprit is, though. And I'm running short on leads.
Wait, then where is Mom now?
I don't want the kid to worry anymore.
About that. She's still got some stuff to take care of. But she said she'll be back once it's all handled.
Yeah? What kind of stuff would that be?
That I don't know. Maybe shopping?
Shopping? Now? Okay then. So, what are your plans?
Actually, June, you and I are gonna hang for a bit.
We are?
Yeah. After all you've been through looking for your mom, I figure we could both use a break. Grand tour of Kamurocho sound good?
Hell yeah! Let's do it!
Then let's hit the streets.
Okay!
Who knows what will happen in a Jincho? Better make the most of this, because I don't want to have any regrets. Might be a good idea to take June around and visit Higashi or Hoshino. I'll head back to Igarashi once I'm done. Okay.
That way, huh?
Shirakawa. Kaito-san, were you able to find Mikakiko-san? Oh right, I forgot about Shirakawa. I left him at the hospital. Yeah, I found her, but it's kind of complicated though. I'm at the M-Side Cafe in Camaro Theatre. Would you like to have a chat? Hey, I'll stop by when I feel like it. Okay. So that's where we're going to head to. Very nice. Iron Liver, you no longer get hammered and can drink without limit. Bottoms up. Awesome. Oh, looks like a status update from TAC. Kaito-san, I finally finished that job for Genda Sensei. I'll be back tomorrow morning. You ever find the husband? You said he tried to run out of the divorce proceedings, right? Yeah, he ran off into the mountains with his son. We eventually cornered him on a lake in one of those swan boat things. You have any idea how hard it is to chase someone in one of those? My legs are dead after all that pedaling. Damn, sounds like another day on the job. We always get stuck doing that shit, whether it's in Kamurocho or in a Jincho. You can say that again. Well, I'll be back soon, so hold down the fort, alright? Sure thing, and don't forget to bring me back a souvenir.
Ooh, who's hitting you up?
Takayuki Yagami. Call him Todd. He's my boss, and, sort of like a partner in biz.
Is he strong?
Well, to an extent. But there's no way he can take me.
Whoa, he must be pretty tough, though, if you're working for him.
Tough enough to count on in a pinch, yeah. I'll introduce you when I get the chance.
Man, imagine seeing Kaito's boss in action. Sounds awesome. That way, huh?
All finished up on your end, Kaito?
Yo, look out!
Don't worry, he won't bite. Turns out your mom asked this bum to look after you.
Yeah, right. Like I'd ever buy that. No freaking way.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't know you were Mikiko's kid when this all started.
You tried to kidnap me on multiple occasions. By force! I hope you get struck by lightning!
I was only doing my job. You should have just came along quietly.
Seriously? Who'd be dumb enough to just go along with some shady Yakuza? You even have a brain in your head?
What? Well, of course I do. You're the brainless one.
All right, kids, settle down. Senda, don't we have places to be?
Ah, right. The boss is waiting. You ready, Kaito?
Am I forgetting anything? I've still got stuff to do.
Well,
So do we head to this area here? You little bastard. Hey.
Nice work. Got a little workout in at least.
All right, let's go, Kaito.
아니면 guess I don't got a choice. That's all you got?
Keep going.
So is this guy gonna be here? We're gonna find out.
Don't go picking fights you can't win.
All right, let's go, Kaito.
Ah, gentlemen, you're back.
Yeah, just thought I'd check in.
All right. So we're dealing with a serial murderer targeting the young business elite in Kamurocho. Would revenge against Crimson Lotus for the Natsume arson be part of that motive?
Not sure. But I'm gonna tap Igarashi's brain in a bit. He seems to know a lot about it.
I see.
What about you? You gonna be here in town a while?
Yes. At least until Mikiko-san comes back.
Why don't you head on back to your place in Chiba? You can leave the rest to me.
I can't. There are still some things I have to do.
Oh yeah? Like get a happy ending?
What? Don't be ridiculous. How do you even know what that is?
I mean, I have been in Kamurocho a while now.
Dear me. What exactly is this town teaching our youth?
Alright, now we have spoken to him. Does he say the same thing?
I've never once visited a sex shop, nor do I ever intend to. Such acts demand love.
Come on. A little rub and tug won't hurt you. You need a go-to spot? Just ask.
Could you not? You are in the presence of a minor.
Alright. We are ready.
Gorilla?
That's all you got?
Human helicopter. One of Kaito's Anarchies in the Matsugane family was an ex-wrestler who would toss people around like rag dolls when he got drunk. This was his go-to move when dealing with drunk customers. And so you hold R1 and input the left analog stick. And dodge with X, then circle. Cool.
Don't go picking fights you can't win. All you got?
All right, let's go, Kaito.
All set?
Let's go.
Good to go.
Okay, let's hit the road. Oh, but the kid's gotta stay. Boss wants to talk mano a mano.
That right.
What? Why can't I come with?
Because I said so, twerp.
Jerk. Be that way.
No telling what's about to happen. Might be best if June stays back.
June, just chill in my office and I'll get you a souvenir. Sound good?
Fine. Oh, and by the way, Mom's not really out shopping, is she? You'll bring her back, right?
You bet.
Okay. But I'm gonna hold you to that. Make sure nothing bad happens to her. Got it?
That's a promise. You'll see her again real soon.
Remember, you promised.
God, what an annoying little punk. Cocky as hell, too.
Damn right. So, Igarashi, why Jincho? Wasn't everything going down in Kamurocho?
It just so happens that Rhizome, the precursor to Crimson Lotus, is having a reunion today. The venue's a hotel in Ijincho, and every founding member of that group will be there. At least the ones who are still alive.
I'm guessing Mikiko wants every last one of them dead, doesn't she?
Uh-huh. On top of that, her final target's also planning to show. The one she wants dead the most.
You mean outside of Crimson Lotus? Who?
The one going around killing the founders of Crimson Lotus before she can.
What the hell are you talking about? Like Mikiko want to take out who's ever killing her enemies. They've got a common goal, don't they?
Hell, you're a detective. Try using that old noggin of yours, why don't you? Primitive as you are, I'm sure you can piece it together, knowing what you know. Plus, Ijincho's an hour away. How about we make like detectives and go over what we know?
Yeah, sounds a bit too buddy-buddy for me. Besides, I'm a punch first, go over shit later kind of guy.
Yeah, I can see that. However, if you were to, say, arrive at the truth on your own, then no one breaks confidentiality.
Fine, fine, I'll bite. So, the real killer, huh?
Let's do this, Brain. Who would Mikiko want dead even though they're killing Crimson Lotus for it.
There is one thing that's been bugging me. That security company owner, Ashizaki. His office was set on fire. But the point of burning the place wasn't to kill him. After all, he was shot up on the roof. So the killer must have torched it for another reason.
Oh, starting with the motive. Not bad. Go on.
So there's our problem. Why would the killer want to burn the office?
Getting rid of evidence.
I'm thinking. There was some evidence that would incriminate the killer. So they burned the place to get rid of it.
Interesting. And?
I think I know just what the killer was trying to hide. I asked a buddy of mine to pull the data from a burnt hard drive I picked up at the scene. What he found were records of illegal wire transfers to the security company. And the company sending the cash was a smartphone app developer that isn't around anymore. I'd wager the killer'd want to have these records erased.
Hey, you're good. Didn't think you'd get your hands on those. By the way, that smartphone app company, you're talking about Devenir, I assume.
Okay, how the hell do you know?
It was thanks to Mikiko-san, really. She requested we look into a certain someone. Over the course of our investigation, we learned about a dummy company called Devenir. And, as you can guess, Devenir was created as a front for this certain someone. He used it to directly employ Crimson Lotus. Cover-ups to customer service. They handled all sorts of trickier than usual jobs.
So you're saying this guy's the one who's been killing off the Crimson Lotus founders?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, who could it be? Here's a hint. Mikiko-san approached us anonymously. Why do you think she'd do that?
Well, you guys could have broken confidentiality and let it slip that she was alive, right? After all, her plan was to take out Crimson Lotus without leaving a trace.
Sure, but that's just one reason. There's someone aside from Crimson Lotus who she doesn't want knowing she's alive. As a matter of fact, Mikiko-san never even contacted this person about it. Even though you'd think this would be the first person she'd run to after getting her memories
Her husband.
Wait a goddamn minute.
All coming together.
I said this. I said this from the start. From when it first happened. This is insane. Can this person really be the killer?
Kyoya Sadamoto. You're saying he's the one killing the founders of Crimson Lotus?
Yep, you got it. Mikiko-san has the same idea.
See?
What?
I'm
So
good,
then
man. I'm getting good at
He was
this.
trying to erase his ties with Crimson Lotus. No, hang on. Crimson Lotus's founders were the ones who set fire to Mikiko's family's house.
The funny thing is, I'll just say this one little thing and then obviously I'll carry on with the cutscene. It's usually the ones that are least expected to do something like that in that case scenario, and you've got to have your eyes open about everyone and everything. You know, you don't really, how can I say this? Where do you think he was getting all this money from? That's number one. How do you think all these Crimson Lotus was getting paid off? Number two. Why do you think he was smug on the TV when they were announcing her death? That's number 3. Why do you think he suspected her still being alive? That's number 4. It's all coming together now. Why do you think he didn't give a shit about the son? That's number 5. See? These are all coming round in my head. And I seen this happening before it happened. It's not that it's predictable, because it's not. I'm just very, very good at detecting people. Right, we carry on.
Why the hell would Sadamoto have connections with the guys who burned his wife's family alive?
Oh, so you picked up on that. Then you'll like this next bit. Sadamoto's dummy company, Devenir. It had records from 17 years ago of illicit wire transfers to Ashizaki's security company. Know what that means?
Again, I said it before it was announced. Right, we're going to stop fucking about here because we're going to carry on watching it. But I'm very good judge of character, man. And I swear on my life, I've not played this. I've not watched anything that someone's played before, because this is all very, very new to me. I swear on my life, it's very, very new. You know, I'm just a good judge of character.
I know, too. Actually, it's weird. 17 years is way before Mikiko and Sadamoto got married. But Sadamoto and Crimson Lotus were connected back then, right? So what the hell's going on?
Just think of it like this. The Natsume family arson falls under questionable ties between Sadamoto and Crimson Lotus.
That would be... Oh, that's crazy! Sadamoto was involved in the arson?
Bingo. What happened 2 years ago was Mikiko-san learned the truth. Sadamoto and Crimson Lotus tried to silence her.
All right, Igarashi. No more guessing games.
Who is Kyoya Sadamoto really?
Just who the hell is Kyoya Sadamoto really?
Kyoya.
The fucking devil. The type who'd make a Yakuza piss himself.
Devil? How so?
It all started with Raizo, an event club Kenmochi started during his college days. Raizo was like any other event group. You get together with friends, go parties, go on live tours, and make a little cash. Guess they weren't making much back then. Then enters Kyoya Sadamoto, a business admin major at the same college. He started showing up as their advisor and turned everything around. They all ate up Sadamoto's words and expanded their services into some pretty gray territory. Since Sadamoto considered himself their advisor, he wasn't officially part of the group. But his talent, his accomplishments, and charisma had them wrapped around his finger.
And that Raizo bunch went on to found Crimson Lotus?
Yeah, mainly around Kenmochi. Sadamoto already started his own business as a student. By the time he graduated, he was asking Crimson Lotus to do his dirty work. On the outside, he ran his business like some typical ambitious startup. But I'm sure he had guys coming after him. Probably made himself lots of enemies. It's what happens when you straddle both sides of the law. I bet it wasn't uncommon for him to deal with unhappy customers.
Yes, it must have been convenient having his own personal cleanup crew.
Bet your ass it was. Sadamoto's company saw steady growth because of it. But eventually, that growth started to fizzle out.
I've also found something out now that's been uncovered. This explains why he wanted Kaito to find her, because of the reasons they're trying to silence her. they went to a detective that's very reliable. Kaito takes the job on. No matter what happens in that job, either they're successful or not, Yagami finds out about it. Kaito is no longer his partner in crime. Kaito is a accomplice of someone that is going around killing people.
What was once a promising startup with tons of investment capital found itself in dire straits. That's when he set his sights on Mikiko-san's parents, the Natsumes.
How did Mikiko catch on? That's a good
When did she
answer.
figure
Question.
out where her husband really was?
About 2 years ago, Sadamoto got hammered, rare for him, and fell asleep in his study with the computer on. That's when she stumbled upon his email exchange with Kenmochi. Of course, that set off alarms in her head, so she dug through more of his inbox. It wasn't long before she knew the ugly truth. But then Sadamoto woke up. When he realized what she saw, he got violent.
I doubt Mikiko would go down easy with some pencil-pushing civvy.
Well, turns out she did go down easy. We're talking about a guy who deals in the criminal underworld. He's very likely accustomed to using force.
Then what happened after Mikiko got attacked?
She said her memories got fuzzy after that. She was probably drugged. And Sadamoto had Crimson Lotus clean up his mess.
Did he really kill the Natsumes? Or
So you're
Natsume?
saying you know for sure Sadamoto had a hand in the arson?
Yes. Though it'd be more accurate to say he was the primary offender. It was about 15 years ago. Sadamoto heard about a property development plan from Kenmochi, who was a real estate broker at the time. Would have been a mighty lucrative deal, but the Natsumes were the only ones who wouldn't sell.
Which led to threats and burning the place down. Classic land shark bullshit.
If only it had stopped at that. Now listen. What makes Sadamoto such a devil is what he did with the info Kenmochi brought him. He reworked it into a plan to fix all of his own company's problems in one fell swoop.
How's that work?
Kaito, the Natsume family was one of the richest in the area. If you include their property and stocks, they were worth tens of billions in assets. And since Sadamoto was struggling with funds at the time, he decided to help himself to that fortune.
But he couldn't pull that off. It was... No way.
Yeah. Marrying Mikiko-san was all part of his master plan.
That's insane.
Clearly, the man has a way with people. Call it an uncanny knack for charm. His college circles treat him like a guru. They say he's a living legend. Even his company seems to be under his spell. And as we know, Crimson Lotus was always ready and willing to take up any of his dirty jobs. So, you can see now how the Natsumes must have fallen for his honest young businessman facade. After he had the parents eating out of his palm, he discovered their younger daughter had a stalker, while the older one was dating a Yakuza.
Wait, what do I have to do with this?
You should know, Kaito. Sadamoto used you too.
Me?
How am I a part of this plan?
How the hell could Sadamoto use me at any point in time?
Well, when Mikiko-san first met him, she told him she was seeing someone and thinking of marriage. Now, how do you think he responded to it? Surprise, surprise. He actually supported it.
Did?
Well, he figured if you were serious about her, you'd quit the Yakuza. If you needed cash, he'd go convince her parents. If it was a lawyer you needed, he would have arranged one. He had lots of reasonable suggestions.
I mean,
He really offered all that?
I'm sure Sadamoto knew how hard it was for a Yakuza to leave the life. Not to mention, the Matsugane family had its own problems at the time, right? In any case, he knew you were locked in, and convinced Mikiko-san of the same. You both did exactly what he wanted. Then, once you were out of the picture, Sadamoto made his move on Mikiko-san. I imagine her parents might have even encouraged it. And after the marriage was official, Sadamoto simply had to bide his time until the Natsume house burned down and their fortune was his to claim. Guy's a monster in human skin, right? And it seems his marriage was more of a shotgun wedding. I'm almost certain the kid was conceived as part of the plan to push her into marrying him. In other words, June was nothing more to Sadamoto than a tool for making money. I feel terrible for Mikiko-san and June.
Nothing else to ask. I think that about wraps it up for now.
Gotta say, I'm impressed you did all that research. No wonder you called yourselves Tojo Clan R&D.
Well, that's what happens when you know society like the back of your hand. The whole R&D thing might have been my idea. But it's only because we know our shit.
All right.
So, how's it feel? That asshole Sadamoto played you like a fiddle and tore you apart from the woman you loved.
It doesn't matter. I made my choice.
Ha! That's the lamest shit I ever heard. I thought you'd blow a fuse.
That said, I'll feel a hell of a lot better if I can just clock him one time real good.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Go knock his goddamn lights out.
So, this is the spot.
Yeah, they do this reunion every year. And apparently Kyoya Sadamoto shows up to everyone. All the surviving founders of Crimson Lotus are probably in here somewhere.
I gotta go find Mikiko. Before she does something she can never take back. A receptionist. Guess you gotta have connections to get in.
What's the plan, Kaito?
Gonna roll the way a detective rolls.
Meaning?
By sneaking in with a disguise.
You? Disguised as what? You're still gonna look older than anyone here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mull that one over.
Guess I gotta pay real close attention to the guests and see if I can find a way to sneak into the venue. Maybe I can find a disguise or something. I'm gonna say...
What's happening over here?
Keeping watch in case Mikiko-san arrives.
Gotcha. I guess there is a chance she'd pass by.
Let me know if you need a hand, Kaito. Boss said I ought to help.
Okay. Might take you up on that.
Oh, are you one of Rhizome's alumni?
Yep, sure am.
Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower th.
Yeah, no, I'm good, buddy. I don't do stuff like that. Tell you what. That was definitely a bot, guys. I just don't do anything like that where I buy followers and things like that, so I don't want all that kind of bullshit on my stream, so I've just literally blocked that person.
What happened?
Someone commented on my stream saying about buying followers, but obviously I'm not into that, so I deleted it and I blocked them, because obviously that isn't what I do. I like to do it properly, you know what I mean?
Year did you graduate?
Huh? Like 10 years ago?
And
You know when you get these bots on Twitch,
Yeah.
you know, that's what I just don't understand why I'd want to do that, and I think it's just a bot response at this point, because I've started streams before on Fortnite and it's come up with like some creator code like what seconds when I started playing it,
Yeah.
so I think they're
your
bots.
name?
It's Kaito.
Your name doesn't seem to be on the list.
A list? Well, shit.
You know, I just remembered. I gotta go take care of something. Excuse me.
Huh?
Alright, we need to find a list. Don't think I can pass myself off as one of them. Gotta try a different angle. Better take a closer look around.
Kaito, if you need a hand from Senda, just ask. He'll do anything for Mikiko-san. I'm sure of it.
Got it. Thanks. This right here.
Everyone's young here, mid-20s, early 30s. Maybe a guy in his 40s sticks out like a sore thumb. Nah, screw that, I can still rock it. At least I hope I can. So is there anything I can look at?
What have we here?
I'm sure I just went over something then. Oh hey, a cardboard box. Might be able to slither my way in if I hide under that. Wait, no. Who even does that? That's not going to fool anyone. Next that idea.
Is this it?
Oh no, my prized possession. Did I drop it when I sat down earlier? Oh, to think I spent all that money on it. Ah, oh well. Party's about to start. Whoever finds it can just keep it.
Sounds like that guy dropped something, maybe by a chair.
This right here. What have we here?
What have we here? This must be what that guy dropped. He said finders, keepers, so I'll just keep hold of it. Divine water. Wasn't very useful. try a different disguise, maybe?
Kaito, if you need a hand.
I could pass off as maintenance with this outfit and sneak in. Worth a shot.
Hey, what? Just a second there. Sorry, but who are you?
Damn, got stopped right off the bat. Better come up with something.
Hi, I'm with Yagami Electronics. I got a call saying the banquet hall's AC is on the fritz. I'd like to pop in and take a look for myself. Is that alright?
I didn't hear about any repairs. Either way, that's not gonna happen right now. The party will start any minute.
I shouldn't push my luck.
Got it. I'll see if the repairs can wait till later then.
Okay, that didn't work either. Well, that was a waste of time. Actually, wait. That waiter just came out of the banquet hall. Guess employees are free to walk in and out. Maybe I can get in if I get my hands on a waiter's uniform. If that's the plan, then I'm gonna need to gather some info and find a way to get a waiter's uniform.
This right here.
A lot of young guys here. At least I look younger than I am right now. Or than I am right. Nah, who am I kidding? I just need to accept reality.
What have we here?
I can't just strip their clothes off here. I need to figure out some way to get a waiter's uniform.
Is this it?
A key. Don't know what it's for, but it might come in handy. I'll hang on to it for a bit. So we found a key for something.
Let's see.
Hey, where's the new guy? Probably in the smoking area. Saw him heading down there a minute ago.
Really? He steps out for a cigarette when the party's about to start? Go get him, will ya?
No way. That guy freaks me out, man. He looks like an ex-thug who can't seem to reintegrate into society. Besides, I don't have the key to the smoking area. You do it.
Hell no. He freaks me out too. I'm not equipped to deal with his type.
Well, he's a responsible adult. I'm sure he'll come back once the party starts.
Yeah. No need to bust our butts just to check on him.
So there's a waiter slacking off in the smoking area past here, huh? This might be my chance. Better check it out.
Let's see. This right here.
This door leads to the smoking area, but it's locked. Might be able to open it with that key I picked up earlier. Trying won't hurt. Hell yeah, it opened. Time to meet our slacking waiter friend. Fantastic. Wait a minute, that waiter?
Man, I am beat. Last thing I want to do is serve people. And it's been nothing but punk kids all day. And they've all got some crap attitudes.
Crowd's getting under his skin so bad he doesn't even want to work. Could try to persuade him to fork over his clothes.
Hey, you. You got a sec?
Huh? Aren't you...
Whoa. That you, Tashiro-kun?
No way, pal.
Kaito? Why the hell are you here?
Why the hell are you a waiter?
It's that bastard Yagami's fault.
Talk? What are you talking about?
For the past few years, I was a producer doing events for a solid company, and I was totally killing it. Thanks to Yagami coming around, the company heard about my fuck-ups and fired me.
Well, I don't know all the details, but if you got outed, it sounds like you got what you deserved, don't it?
Shut up! This all started from you guys! The moment you ripped my favorite clothes off my body, my luck went straight down the shitter!
Yeah, sorry about that. On that note, mind if I borrow those clothes for a bit?
What the hell? You got some balls asking me that!
I need it for reasons. Come on, I'm not gonna keep it forever.
Fuck that! Why don't you just strip down yourself?
Huh? Why would I do that?
Because I want you to feel the same humiliation I did. Now, if you're not gonna strip, I'll make you strip, dickhead!
Whoa, hey, knock it off. I already said I was sorry, didn't I?
Shut it! Do you even know how it feels to get your ass kicked and tossed out into the freezing December cold, butt naked? I won't rest until I strip you down to your bare junk! Better be ready!
Fine, have it your way. An ass whooping it is. Here we go! Now!
Deja vu, buddy. Toshiro-kun's waiter uniform. Alright, time to dress up and sneak in. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I've got to feel bad though. I know he brings it on himself, but at least we know the fate of what happened after he did the game developing. We have a camel up in here as well. I think those guys are some of the founders. Where's Mikiko and Kyoya Sadamoto? Both are probably staying on the ground down low. Both are probably staying on the down low.
Excuse me. Mind if I have a word? I'm looking for someone. Ma'am?
Hey, can't you see this is a bad time? I'm catching up with an old friend here.
I'm awfully sorry, but it's about a very important guest.
Oh, an important guest, you say? As in one of the Rhizome founders? Because if that's the case, I'd love to meet them.
Oh, no, they aren't.
Ah, well then can you go away now?
If you please, it's just...
Ah, Nishio
So much for catching up with an old friend. I'll just have myself a chat with the friend she bailed on.
Sorry to bother you, but have you seen this woman?
Oh, her? I think she was here earlier.
Are you sure? Where is she now?
Hang on. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. She didn't talk to anyone and left her seat pretty quickly.
Could that have been Mikiko? Maybe she keeps switching seats so that she doesn't stand out.
Got it. How about a man named Kyoya Sadamoto?
Sadamoto-san? The living legend. Oh, I've always wanted to meet him, but he said he had an emergency and couldn't make it.
Can't make it? You're positive?
Yes. Apparently he has a meeting he simply can't miss. His schedule is always packed every single day. But I suppose that's just how it is.
If Kyoya Sadamoto isn't here, then that means Mikiko can't go through with her plan. Couldn't spot Mikiko anywhere in the venue, and Sadamoto cancelled. Which means Mikiko isn't even here, is she?
What do you mean I can't get in?
It's just that Amina Masuda-sama has already checked in.
And I keep telling you, I'm Mina Masuda. How could I have already checked myself in?
Did somebody check in using her name? Wait a sec.
Something the matter, ma'am?
Well, I literally just got here, but this bonehead of a receptionist says I'm already checked in.
So, Masuda-san is already inside the venue. You sure there's no mistake?
Yes, I even checked the list.
This woman, the one who said she was Masuda, is this her?
Oh, yes,